we spent way too much time on this one this week, but man, I'm very, very happy. Laid out, looking good.
Hey, that's pretty good.
What's up, it's Casey from Caseyscustoms. I am building a Lowrider Astro van, and in this video, we cut the frame up, we get a brand new gas tank mounted, I make a brand new transmission cross member, and the van is finally laying on the ground. Let's get to work. We are back on the Lowrider van. Everybody seems to love this van. I love it. The last video, we got it completely laid on the ground. Had to do some suspension work. It was already bagged, but it wasn't great. We also put some different tires on it to kind of help that out. Those tires I was running was a little bit too small, so I ordered 4 brand new ones. These are an inch taller than the little mini Low Pros I had on there, but they are an inch and a half shorter than the giant tires it had on it. So it's gonna help it a bunch. I haven't bolted them up yet. That one's just sitting back there. We also got a ton of new parts in. I've started to get the bumper on in the last video, but it's not right. We need to change some stuff. It was kind of just half-assed up there. We're also gonna get the gas tank in. I got shocks. These are brand new rocker panels. And then that is a brand new grill. And what I might do with the rocker panels, I'm not sure yet. They were super cheap, so I bought them. What we might do is basically extend our rocker down a little bit because the bumper sits lower than the rockers. So when it's all the way on the ground, your bumper hits, but you still have like an inch and a half where the rocker's up, and I kind of want that on the ground. I don't know if I'm gonna go that crazy, but I could really just slap on another rocker below that, which would kind of make up the inch or inch and a half that it needs to go. Still not sure if I'm gonna do that, but they were like $100 for both sides. So at that point, you gotta buy it and just see what you're gonna do. The first thing I wanna do is get these wheels on, and then I'm gonna lay it out. We'll see exactly where it's sitting, and then we can kind of go from there. We have to clean up a lot of stuff that we cut from the front end. I also have new bag cups coming. I didn't really like the bag cups it had in the front, and then I trimmed them down a little bit too much, to be honest with you. And now stuffing's going lower than it needs to, if that makes any sense. Stuff can go too low, and then you're losing height whenever it's all the way up. So we sacrificed some of that, and I think if we put newer bag cups in there, better bag cups also, that'll kind of raise it up while still being on the ground. If that makes any sense at all. Those aren't in here yet, so I don't even know why I explained all that. First thing I want to do, get these wheels on, and we'll see how she's sitting. Sitting pretty. I like it. Also, these new tires raised it up a little bit, but we're still basically on the ground, which is awesome. I don't know what I want to do next. I put the new rockers up there, and I think that's definitely the way to go. Obviously, it's just sitting there, but boy, if we could get that on there, that adds a bunch of low. Since I have the new grill, new headlights, new everything, I also have my new taillights. I think I'm going to go ahead and get started on that, because my front bumper needs remounted. As you can see, the bumper brace is crooked, just because I kind of threw it up there last minute trying to get it to fit. This is an 87 Astro van and a 2000 front end, and a lot of it's close, but when it comes to the bumper, all that's way off. The grill was way off. You basically had to make all that. So that's why it doesn't line up with my mounting holes at all, so we're gonna have to just kind of remake all that. So I think that's what I'm gonna start on first, but I do like how it's sitting right there. That rocker panel is gonna make it look so much better. Also, I don't know what that piece is right there. The fender extension, I cannot find those anywhere online, and I don't know if I have them. I have a ton of parts that came with this thing, but I don't know if I have those. I'll check here in a minute and we'll see, but if I don't, I might need somebody to send me those if you have them, because I can't find them anywhere on eBay. I don't know if it's like a plastic mud flat. It's hard to even look it up because I don't know what it's quite called. Let's start messing with the front end. Ooh, I like this van a lot. Check it out. New grill, new headlights, looking good. It actually fits now too. It did not fit before. Cool, this old one was broke. Held on with zip ties and sheet metal screws. I also have a brand new Chevy emblem. It's at the house. It just showed up today. So we'll put it on tomorrow. I think I'm gonna try and fit the bumper real quick. See if I can get it close. I don't know if I'll have time. Either way, this is looking awesome. Damn, I'm happy. Oh, also, there it is. I found one of these fender extensions, or whatever the hell it's called. I still don't know. Unfortunately, it is the passenger side, and I cannot find the driver's side. So I'm gonna go through all my parts again. Hopefully I lost it, but I have a feeling I'm gonna need a driver's side fender extension. So I'll make an announcement before the video's over, but if I can't find it and one of you guys have one, hit me up. I will buy it from you very quickly. All right, let's mess with this bumper for a little bit. This bumper was a giant pain in the ass. I can still adjust it, it's just bolted in, but I had to trim the frame, had to trim the brackets. I got a brand new emblem I want to put on. Bada bing! I don't know why it's not sticking better. Wait, did I put it on backwards? Oh shit, I might have put it on backwards. Oh no, break. Maybe I didn't put it on backwards. This might be for the wrong make and model now that I'm looking at it. Cool. I got a brand new hood latch, but it didn't come with the right bracket, so I gotta order a bracket. I also got a new cable for it. The front end is basically done. I might pitch this bumper down a little more. I feel like it's up too high, but I can't tell because the van's jacked up. Boy, she's looking good though. All these brand new parts look awesome. Check out all the new parts. Everything's new up front, looking pretty. Damn, I like that. Next thing I'm gonna do is start doing some metal work on the rocker panels. I also need to weld up the gas tank door because that's not where it's gonna be filled now anyway. And if I get the rockers done, I wanna start getting the new gas tank in. And I need to get rid of this old one. The old gas tank is still in here and it is super janky. Makes the whole shop smell like gas every time I come in here, so I might do the gas tank first now that I'm thinking about it. Also, it's good to get rid of the gas if you're gonna be welding. Yeah, so, changed my mind instantly. We're gonna get the gas tank out first, start messing with the new tank, then we'll do the rockers. Oh, I love how that front end looks. It was way more of a pain in the ass than I thought it was gonna be, but boy, she looks good. All right, so normally when you would do a pair of rocker panels, you would want the van or the car jacked up, so you can just replace the rocker panels. In our case, we want the car on the ground. I keep saying car, van, whatever. You want it on the ground because we are going to be extending the rocker panel so that it's on the ground, and I want to make sure it lines up real good. I also want to put it on the ground and make sure my front bumper sits okay, because before the front bumper was dragging. Now I've raised it up about 2 inches from where it was the other day. I also definitely need to tweak the angle now that I'm looking at it again. But before we do any of that, I want to start messing with the gas tank, and the old gas tank is still in and hooked up, and it has some really bad gas in it. Stinks like hell whenever you come back here. As soon as you come in the shop, you can smell it. I also want to change where the tank, the air tank mounts. So there's the gas tank up there. So what we're gonna do is get this gas tank out of here, get the air tank out of here, and then we're gonna start figuring out how we're gonna do the new tank. Oh, those are the brand new taillights. I might put those in too, just to kind of see how they look. So we need to get it on the ground, we need to roll it forward, and we need to start ripping out all the shit from in here. Let's get going. Oh, it's sitting pretty. We definitely have to shave a little bit off the front bumper. It's kind of holding it up. Also, I think there's a piece of metal or something on the other side because the whole thing is sitting crooked right now, which is okay for the gas tank stuff, but we're gonna have to obviously straighten that out before we put our rockers on. And luckily, the bumper isn't bolted on right now. I just got it held on there with vice clamps, so I can take it off real easy, shave about 1 inch off that bottom lip, and then that'll sit it a little bit better. It's still pretty damn good, but it's up a little bit in the front. But right now, that is not what we are worrying about. We are going to start ripping all of this old stinky shit out of here. I'm not excited. It's going to be smelly, and I'm probably going to get gas all over myself. Check this out. I wanted to get the new taillights in just because they were sitting there, and both of them have chips out of them from the factory. Came right out of the box, bubble wrap and everything. I started looking at it, and there was this down in the bottom of the focus. There was little pieces of red plastic in the bottom of both bags. So that's nice. Have to email the eBay seller on those. They still look better than the old ones, but let's start getting the gas tank out. Son of a bitch. Okay, got the tank out. It was not in there very good. It had 2 sheet metal screws holding the whole thing. It's probably, I don't know, 30, 40 pounds, so you definitely want it mounted a little bit better than 2 sheet metal screws. Also got the tank out. The tank had some old gas in it, so that's why I assumed it just stunk so bad. Also, I realized it was leaking. The whole bottom end of this floor was covered in gasoline, and that's why it was just so smelly. So after I got it out there, I had to then basically take 2 cans of brake clean and just spray the living shit out of this floor to get it all out of there. There was also a piece of carpet. It was still over there by the gas door, because that's where the filler used to be. And it was soaked into that carpet as well. So I got rid of all that shit, got it cleaned up, got it all air dried out. Doesn't stink anymore, which is very, very nice. Now we got to start figuring out how we're going to mount this gas tank back here. So let's throw it up there and just see how it looks first before we get too crazy. All right, I got this all cut out pretty good. The only bad thing is I could have swore this tank had tabs on it, like little tabs sticking out here so you could bolt it down, and it does not. So that's a little annoying because I could have swore it did. That's basically how I was gonna mount it. I'm gonna have to get creative now, but that's okay. I'm gonna put some square tubing down here below the frame, and then it'll sit on top, and then we'll figure out some sort of a thing on top of it, I guess. I was gonna put square tubing below and then bolt it to the square tubing, but there's nothing to bolt to. So we're gonna have to get creative, but we can make it happen. I got plenty of room back here, which is nice. I also have the shocks. I don't think I'm gonna tackle that right now, but I could also do the shocks while I'm back here, but we'll see how this goes. Let's weld some shit. Check it out. Got the gas tank mounted, looks great, super solid. I do not know what those gas tank straps went to, but they were just sitting around the shop, so they go to this van now. It actually worked out really good. I got 2 square tubing pieces underneath that to hold it up, and then another square tubing piece across the back to hold the straps, and it butts up right against the C-notch, so it can't move forward or back. Really, really came out stronger than I thought it was going to. So very happy with that. The only problem I'm running into is I don't want the air tank up there. I want everything back here. And this tank is just way too big. I was thinking about standing it on end, maybe putting the compressors on the other side. None of it's gonna work. It's just way too big, especially once I put inner wheel wells back here. So I'm probably gonna have to go with maybe 2 smaller tanks and then 2 compressors. I don't know. I'm gonna get online today and see what I can come up with, but it's just not gonna work. I have a really long skinny tank that I thought would fit, but the doors go all the way in damn near to the tank, so there's just not enough room back there. But I really want this C-notch to just basically come straight back, and then basically the whole floor will still be open, which would be awesome. It's a van. It would be nice to keep it like a van. We could also maybe build in front of it up and then mount them up there, but I don't know, they'd be better way back, I think. I don't know, we're gonna get online tonight, see what I can get ordered, and then I'll know better how we're going to do it whenever I come in here tomorrow. So definitely not going to get the air tanks mounted yet, but that's all right. Gas tank was important because we got to do welding, and I did not want a shitty leaking gas tank anywhere around flames. So this is a good day. Got a lot of shit done. We'll be back tomorrow.
The next day.
Great news. I got new air tanks coming. They're going to fit right there on each corner, and I can put the compressors right next to them, so that's going to work out great. I was getting trailer fenders for it, and I found squared trailer fenders, which I usually would never use, but they're going to match up with the C-notch perfect. So we'll just have like a square piece that goes all the way across the back. It's going to look awesome. Super happy about that. Obviously, they won't be here by the time this video is over because I won't get them for probably another week, maybe the end of the week. So we are going to start on the rocker panels. Now what I want to do, since I know that our front bumper is kind of holding the car up right now, I'm going to pop the front bumper off, shave a little bit off that bottom edge, put the bumper back on, lay it down, and then we'll see where it's at. Once I know where everything is sitting, we can get the new rockers on, and it will officially be on the ground all the way around. Both bumpers are already touching. I just really want the rockers to touch. It's kind of a stupid thing to be obsessed about, but I think it'll look better. Oh, also great news. I found the other fender extension. Goes right there, which is great. We might throw these on too. I could not find those anywhere on eBay. I don't know if they're rare or just they get thrown away, but couldn't find anybody selling them, and they don't remake them. So you had to find used. Still couldn't find used. Giant pain in the ass, but we're good to go now. Let's get this bumper messed with. Okay, I got the bumper shaved down and put on, and then I laid it all the way out, and it's still up on the passenger side, like 1.5 inches more than the driver's side. I do not know why. Well, originally I didn't know why. I thought that there was a socket or something under there. Sure enough, it's the exhaust. It was not doing that the other day, so I don't know if whenever I rolled it around, maybe it got a different spot. So we're gonna have to trim some stuff, and we really need to trim the cross member. If I can trim down the transmission cross member, this whole thing will lay on the ground. I just don't want to do all that, but I'm gonna have to tweak the exhaust now either way, so I'm gonna get up under there, see what we can do. And if we can tweak the transmission cross member, I will while I'm under there. I just don't know how far down that rabbit hole I want to go. So let's figure it out. I'm gonna get it all jacked up, get under there, and see what I can cut. So I tried to get the camera up under there. You just can't see anything. Everything's so tight. Started cutting on the transmission cross member, and then I realized the rubber bushing on it is junk. It was just sitting there. It actually wasn't even really connected. So that's not good. What the f? It was ripped off. So the transmission was just kind of sitting on top of this, but it wasn't in that, whatever the hell that is. So that's not good. We're gonna have to fix that now. So I'm kind of glad I started messing with it because I was going, wait, why? Because the transmission could move a lot. And I was going, why is it moving so much? Oh, it's because the mount was broke. So that's fun. We're going to play with that tomorrow. This is not the direction I was planning on going, but I'm kind of glad I got to look at it now because that would have really sucked figuring that out going down the highway one day. So we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully finish this thing up and get her laying on the ground. Without the transmission cross member hitting, this thing should go all the way to the ground, so we might not even have to mess with the rocker panels anyway. So it's one of those things where I'm going to spend a couple more hours on it than I wanted to, but maybe that saves me from even having to do the rocker panels at all. We'll find out tomorrow, baby. Okay, I made a whole new transmission cross member. That was a giant pain in the ass. Wasn't planning on doing that. I was just gonna modify this one but it's so messed up, and really the way it was, even if I modified it, it wasn't going to get much drop, or lift rather, not drop. So I went ahead and just made my own. Real big pain in the ass, took forever, half the day, but I'm really anxious now to get it on the ground because by my calculations, this thing should just be laying on its ass now. We're gonna find out right now. Let's get her down. Also, they ran these front lines through the subframe and then bolted the subframe up, so it literally squished the lines. No idea why they did that. We're gonna have to fix that, obviously. I'm not gonna do it right now because I don't have time. Also, I'm gonna have to order new lines anyway. I don't have any 1/2 inch. No clue why anybody would ever do that. Maybe 20% of the air is getting through, which is fine for airbags, but as far as speed, it's just taking so long. I never understood why it would take so long to lift. Makes perfect sense now. All right, moment of truth. The front end is still up a little bit. Why is the front end up? Oh. It's on the ground! Now, I think the new rockers might make it look better, but it is on the ground. It's up a little, it looks like it's up a little bit in the front, but it's not. I can't even get my foot. Well, oh yeah. Sweet. Before, when it was down, it would teeter-totter because it was on the transmission cross member. It's not now. What's it hitting up here? I don't know, maybe we still put the rockers on. Gosh, it's so much lower than it was. All right, I'm very happy. It looks so much better. And like I said, it's not teeter-tottering now. Front bumper, apparently I didn't put it on there good enough because it's already fallen off, but the front bumper sits all the way down, which is great. Rear bumper's on the ground as well. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and start mocking up rocker panel because it's on the ground, you just can't tell. It's like a 1/2 inch up in the front, but it's definitely on the ground in the back. But I think a rocker panel will make it look better. Naturally, we're running out of time on the video, so yeah. But I still kind of want to get it up there. So let's trim it, kind of get it sitting there, see how it looks. I also am really tired of banging my foot, my shin on this thing every time I walk past. So I'm going to probably weld that now just because it's annoying me. But yeah. Oh, it looks good! I did not want to have to make a transmission mount, but very, very happy. Like I said before, it's hard the way I have it in here, but this side over here was 2 inches higher. I mean, it was just sitting like a teeter-totter on the transmission mount. So even when it was all the way down, it wasn't solid. It kind of bounced around, which is not great. Now it is 100% laid out, which is nice. So let's see what we can do with these rocker panels and that stupid gas door that pisses me off. We have officially ran out of time, but it is 100% on the ground. I just got it screwed in right now. My welder is out of argon. That's the second bottle, one at each shop, that is out of argon, so good times on that. But damn, she's sitting pretty. It is 100% on the ground now. That makes me happy. Oh, we spent way too much time on this one this week, but man, I'm very, very happy. Laid out, looking good. Got the gas tank mounted. Got a bunch of new parts in. My compressor parts are going to be here sooner than I thought they were. I was worried they were going to take a week. I should have those actually in a couple days, so we'll probably jump right back on this girl pretty quick. I kind of want to send out the paint job. Is there any YouTubers watching who want to do a collaboration and paint this for me? Because I would love for it to just go away for a couple weeks and come back gold or something crazy. Might be fun. Whenever we paint stuff on here, it doesn't seem to do very good, so it's probably best if I send it out anyway, but let me know. I like this van a lot. Very, very happy with how the rocker panels came out. Obviously, they're just screwed in, not welded in right now, but she is finally on the ground. There has been entirely too much work that has went into this van to get it on the ground, but it's finally on the ground, and that's what matters. Here's the funniest thing. I was talking to Pole Barn Garage the other day for like 20 minutes about how I need to get out of doing these crazy long 2,000-hour builds and, you know, start picking up little quicker builds in between where I can knock them out in like 2 or 3 videos, be done with it. Kind of the same way him, like Junkyard Digs and those guys do. I really like that style. It kind of keeps people refreshed, always having something new to work on. You just can't go too crazy with them whenever you get them in. Literally had that conversation with him. 6 hours later, I decided to cut the entire transmission crossmember out and also modify the front crossmember, which is just 20 hours of work that really didn't need done, but damn it, it looks good. So, hopefully, I will listen to my own advice and his advice and start sprinkling in some littler, easier builds that we can knock out in 2 or 3 videos, but knowing me, I'm sure I'll mess that up and end up chopping it or bagging it or chassis swapping it, and it'll be too big of a deal. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. That is the Caseyscustoms way. Good news is, even though stuff takes way too long, some of it comes out pretty damn bitchin'. I really like this van more than I thought I should, more than I thought I would. I got all my parts coming in the next week or 2. Also, I popped one of the bags. Passenger bag is leaking like crazy. I don't know if it's the fitting or the bag. I went ahead and ordered all new stuff for it. That should be here very soon. The goal is to get this van done in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and then hopefully send it off to have somebody paint it. I don't really want to paint it very badly myself. Paint just takes forever. It's not the funnest thing to watch on camera, so maybe we can find somebody, but the goal is to have it done ready for paint in the next couple weeks. So stay tuned for all of that and more. If you are not subscribed, please hit that button now for the coolest merchandise on the planet. Go to Caseyscustoms.com. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, comment, all the good shit they tell you at the end of videos, and check out some more of my other videos. Peace. I love ya.